Welcome back! It is time for Endgame.
Ike and company managed to evade their persistent foes, finally arriving in Cien, the capital of Benyan, the Tower of Guidance. According to the creed of the goddess, which has been taught across the continent by Benyan, this is where the goddess Asherah will appear during times of great crisis to lead the people to safety. As even the smallest child in Benyan knows, the tower is sacred and mere mortals may not enter. With the world edging toward catastrophe, the tower glows like a pillar of pure light, as though to pierce the very heavens.
Endgame Rebirth. There's 5 parts to this endgame. We'll go off over the library at the end of part 5. Times endgame. That must be it. That must be Tower of Guidance. It's so bright I can barely look. I can hardly bear to look at it. What's happening here? Let's hurry, Ike. Can't imagine that glowing is a good omen. We're running out of time. The outer gates of Sinine. The city gate is shut. But I guess we'll have to force it. I guess we'll have to force it to get to the tower. You guys made it. You guys made it. Skrimir, I didn't realize your group had already arrived.
Yes, we've been here for quite some time. I've been itching to go inside and see what bad guys have waiting for us.
Listen, Skrimir, listen to reason. However, I agree to wait here with us. We know nothing about the numbers or the strength of the enemy. It seems safest to wait. It seems safest to wait here for the rest of you to show up. We pitched tents outside the gate. Hello, Micaiah. Any word from Yoon? She came back to me a number of times during our trip, but nothing for the past few days. I see. Do we know where Tabarn and Alicia's group is?
No word yet. Ike, it's a waste for us just to sit around waiting. Why don't we have a look inside? Wait, what's happening?
Get ready for an attack, people. Kanagus, what are you doing here?
It occurred in an occurrence. I'm told is increasingly common. We heard a voice in our dreams and followed it here.
Lord Tabarn. Alright, I should have guessed that your group would beat everyone here. We joined up with King Kanagus and mopped up the Disciple of Order around the capital. The only person left within the city. The only people who are left within the city are ones who have been petrified. Good, I like air breathers with initiative. Yoon, you're here to give us our next instructions? Yes. Yes, good guess. Everyone gather. You'll need to hear this. Good job, everyone. All three teams got here, and a little faster than I thought you would. While you were traveling, I went around recruiting more help, including King Ganagus here. Unfortunately, it looks like Ashira had the same idea. But by the time I made my way to Goldoa, there was no one there. What do you mean? Where were they? If you're saying that what I think you're saying, then we could have a big problem. Lots of very big problems. I don't know for sure, Tabarn. There aren't a whole lot of dragons altogether, but it looks like every one of them joined Ashira. How could this be? I haven't seen them anywhere else on Telus, so they must already be in the tower. Let's camp for the night and walk into Ashira's home. We're almost there. Tomorrow we head into the tower. Don't worry, Your Majesty. We'll be right beside you. Though the long tested by the trials of Goddess Ashira, we shall overcome our mission and will be laid to rest. Yes. What we do now is what we do now, and what we do not only do for the people of Crimea, but for all the people of Tellius. Yes, we shall succeed. You're courageous. You're a courageous queen indeed. Who said that? Uncle Redding, are you all right now? Don't I look it? I stand before you in full health, thanks to your efforts, of course. Wonderful. Well, I'm so relieved, Uncle. Duke Renning. Lucia? You have my gratitude for looking after Alicia so diligently. Bastion, Joffrey, everyone, you have my sincere thanks. Please, Duke Renning. And it's our joy to serve Her Majesty. Our loyalty extends beyond the Queen, and please do not forget that. Thank you. I appreciate your concern, especially yours, Bastion. I stand by you, my lord. You've been my most loyal and clever confidant. Was it possible for you to acquire the things I desired? Indeed, my lord. For you, to whom I owe my mastery and discipline and esoteric arcane, and no task is too difficult. Your sword, your armor, and your faithful steed stand ready. That the battlefield shall know your valor once more. You haven't changed a bit, Bastion, and you're always the clever one. Your praise is too much, my lord. Uncle, you intend to join the fight? Please, you mustn't push yourself too hard. How things have changed. I'm the one to take orders from my niece. He's on what battles I'm allowed to fight in. I'm not a princess to be coddled and kept behind the vanguard, Alicia. I am a knight of Crimea, and I will die, and I will be one until I die. As long as I live, as long as I am able to walk,
And as long as I draw breath, I shall fight. It is my duty.
I understand. Swear to me then. Swear that you won't die. That you won't ever leave me alone.
I swear to you that I will never leave you behind. I swear upon my pride as a knight and upon my love for my country. Now, Your Majesty, please grant me the honor of protecting you in battle.
Oh, Uncle, you may have to complete that. You may have to complete. You may have to compete for that role, I think. Duke Renning, I will not give up my place as commander of the Royal Knights, even to you.
Let's take this outside, then. Perhaps I'll remind you why you've never won a match against me.
As you wish, Duke Renning. I will show you that I've spent 3 years preparing solely to defend the Queen from harm. I have made it my life. Uncle, and Joffrey, you too? Master, do something.
Surely I shall try. Surely I will have to. After all, watching a match between such stalwart warriors need be judged. I believe I shall volunteer my services. Excuse me.
Bastion? Oh, Your Majesty, let them be. Lucia, are you siding with them too? Doesn't it remind you of a scene in the Melior or years ago? Tomorrow is a full day of uncertainty. We may live, we may die. And yet we are enjoying the little scene of high drama from Gloryfield Pass. I'm glad of it. That's true. It's like a weight on my chest. It's like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Why don't we follow them? I'm sure you'll enjoy our final night together. Of course, Your Majesty. So, this is Renning. Pretty damn good. Already tier 3 maxed. He's got like 4 levels of training. You also get Gifka, who can get transfer bonuses if you chose him. There's Kanagus. He's basically a Gifka that doesn't require anything. Kurthnaga, Ina. Those are just the new guys. Anyways, back to this.
What could I do for you, Goddess Yoon?
You're very strange. What are you?
That's a strange question, especially coming from you. Didn't you create us all?
I didn't create anything. Not Laguz nor Bayork. But I know what they are, because I've watched them change and grow over time. You're not something I've seen before.
I am the same as the girl you dwell inside.
Oh, I thought Makai was the only one she could hear my voice and sing the Garl Holder of Release. But I learned that others exist. There's that boy who's always with Ike. And that little girl who stays by the Queen of Crimea.
There are several in my village as well. They are my comrades. We all live under the same fate and carry the same curse in our blood.
When you say these words, what do you mean? Why are you cursed?
It means that we carry the blood of both Bayork and Laguz. Bayork call us branded, and the Lagoos call us parentless.
Does that mean your parents are Bayork and Lagoos?
Not always. It does mean that Lagoos and Bayork mix blood somewhere along the line. For them to... Ooh. Bayork and Lagoos rarely associate in that way. For them to conceive a child together is an even rarer event. What's strange is that the child bears no Lagoos characteristics. It's just a normal Bayork infant. However, the Lagoos blood lies asleep, waiting in the child's veins.
Oh.
One day, the Lagoos blood shows itself, marking the child's body with a brand. How old is that girl? I don't think she's as young as she looks. The other's curse is that we age differently from Bayork. It depends on what Lagoos blood the child has, but it always shows how fast we age. It always slows how fast we age.
Wakaya says that's true. She's been listening to every word you're saying. Hey, please continue.
The Lagoos blood gives the branded unnatural powers. Bayork feared her and distrust us because they can't understand those abilities. The Lagoos are even worse. They treat us like we're phantoms, refusing to acknowledge us as if we don't even exist.
I see.
It's easy to hide among Bayork. They just cover the brand and avoid getting in close to anyone, and never settling down, pretending you're abnormal. The Lagoos are different. They can sense what we are, have an instinct for it. But not all Lagoos know for sure, but the sharp ones figure it out instantly. Others just feel uneasy around us. Some never figure it out, but they're surrounded by ones who do. Either way, the Lagoos would never talk to us voluntarily. Why would you pay any attention to someone who doesn't even exist?
Why? That doesn't make any sense. How did things get like this?
I would like to know that as well. It's said that the union between Lagoos and Bayork is a crime against the goddesses. That's what we've always been told.
That's silly. I've never heard anything of that sort. Why are you laughing?
It's all but a lie. For 100 years, we've faced persecution, abuse, and isolation. And for what? A lie? What's not to laugh about, huh?
What's happening? This is all wrong. How did history get so distorted? What is the particular time and... Well, was it at a particular time and place? I don't understand. Been asleep for so long.
Dragons.
Almeida, you're safe. Krishnaga. Almeida, what's wrong? You look so pale. You've grown so thin. Oh, Peleus. My little Peleus, why? Tell me why. Ameda, pull yourself together. Prince Kurthnaga. Prince Kurthnaga. There you are. I'm busy, Ina. Stay where you are. Oh. Ina, it's been a long time. I felt your presence. But you never come by to see me. Lady Almeida. I understand you who don't want to see me. Hey, I'm sure you hate me for what I've done. My brother Rajan, your betrothed, well, he died because of me. Don't. It's not important. That's all in the past. What? How can you pretend like nothing happened? You can't. I know you hate me. You have to hate me. Go ahead. Blame me for what happened. Insult me. Do anything, but you have to hate me. I don't hate you, Almeida. Rajan made his decision. He gave his life to save you and his little nephew. Who, did you know that? He decided to sacrifice himself to protect you. I can't blame you for what Rajan decided to do. I mean, insulting my beloved for his sacrifice, for his nobility? Miss Krishnaga, my grandfather is here to see you. The king knows nothing of his visit. The seer is here? Prince Krishnaga, I'm glad to see that you are safe, and Lady Almeida as well. Oh, it's been a long time. We haven't seen each other in over 90 years, I believe. Seer, you returned to Goldoa? Yes. Seer, I need to know something. Why has Goldoa sided with the goddess Ashira? What is Father thinking? The Lugus and Bayark have joined together to save the Petrified. Why hasn't Goldoa joined the effort? As you wish, Lady Almeida. Are you aware of the fact that everything that is happening is due to your decision to leave Goldoa? What? Explain this here. King Degensia forbade the Dragon Tribe to use our transformations for the purpose of war. Almeida, because you who did not agree with this policy, you left because you did not agree with this policy, did you not? That's right. Shortly after you left Goldoa, you met Ashnard and Dain, and were united with him. However, your union begat a chain of tragedies. Did you know that the Red Dragon platoon which went to search for you was captured and turned into feral ones by King Ashnard? I had no idea. Ashnard needed Goldoa to get involved in this war. That's why he did everything in his power to provoke King Degensia. Most of you have never fought in a war, but even more than the other Lugus, whose the Dragon Tribe loses control once they taste battle. Oh. Near the end of the war, we found out that Prince Rajan could not be saved. I thought the king would surely go on a rampage. All the time. At that time, we had no idea that Lady Almeida was still alive. King Degensia thought he'd lost not only the dragon soldiers, but his own child. If the war had ended any later, had Ike not killed Ashnard, Goldoa would have joined the war, and we would have had started killing. We'd have destroyed the Dayan army and its conspirators, everyone. And we would not have stopped until the continent was ash.
and the spirit of chaos would have spread across Tellius, awakening the goddess and destroying the dragon tribe. That was the danger we faced in the Mad King's War. But Ashnard was defeated, and Rajan regained sanity thanks to the song of the Heron clan. We can't escape. We escaped annihilation once. We took Prince Rajan's body back to Goldoa. The king did not shed a tear, nor fly into a rage. He ensured his loss by himself, and endured for the sake of his last child. And for the sake of his people, Goldoa remained neutral. Father. But now, all that effort has been wasted. The war between the Laguz Alliance and Begnion has spread through Dane and Crimea. And to top it off, Goldoa can no longer stay neutral because of what Prince Naga has done. You're saying this is my fault? Oh, that I've started a war that my father tried to avoid? No, Naga, this was not my... No, Naga, this was my fault. You fought because of me. No, this is not Prince Naga's fault. Besides, the goddess Shun was not awakened by chaos sweeping across Tellius. She was awakened by the Galder of Release. Galder? Are you certain? Yes, that is what Sir Ike said. That's very strange. Nevertheless, the end remains is the same. The goddess Ashira rendered her judgment. The Laguz and the Bayork must follow her decision. But, Nasir, I've come here to ask a favor of the king. Prince Naga, you have to return to us at once. If we just accept Ashira's judgment, it will all be turned to stone. That's the end of history as we know it. Do you expect me to just lie down and accept that? How can I? What you're asking is insanity. I won't do it. And you, Ina? I feel the same way as Prince Naga. Then, and I have nothing more to say to you. However, I hope to avoid fighting my own people, if at all possible. Nasir, what will you do on the battlefield, Kurt? Will you face your father as an enemy? I'll do whatever I have to. Ike, I have something for you.
Hey, this
called Irvin, if I remember correctly. I borrowed it from your father's grave.
Why?
Honestly, I have no idea, but I felt a sudden urge to visit Grail's grave on the morning of our journey. When I told Grifka of my idea for a little side trip, he said he thought the same thing. I believe we were guided by your father's grave by a divine message from the goddess. When I saw your father's axe, I was convinced that I had to take it to you. I felt that's what your father would have wanted.
Maybe he and my mother are looking over us from somewhere else. Well, somewhere else. All right. It's my father, so it's only right that I take it. Volk, over here. You're looking for you is still like trying to find a spill in the of ink and find spilled ink in the night. It's part of the job. Anyway, you've grown quite a bit since I last saw you. Everyone loves telling me that. You're starting to look like Grail. That might be true. True too. He is my dad. I didn't expect to see you here. Did someone from this camp hire you? Sure did. I see. It's good to have you on our side, and under any circumstance, as what you did, why did you call? Under any circumstances, why did you call me over? I have to return something to you. What's all this money for? It's the 50,000 gold you paid me the last time around. Well, minus paid expenses and that sort of thing, of course. Even so, there's a lot here. Well, the contract ended sooner than I expected, I guess. You did a lot for us back then. I didn't even get the chance to thank you. It was a job. There's no need to thank me. I know. Oh, but if you hadn't told me the story of my father, I would have never known about his past. So thanks, folk. Yeah, so anyhow, you have your money back. See you later. Did he really just get embarrassed because I thanked him? What a weird guy. Shop. We can get a second Pesh Cats. Goose Gems. We're gonna get one of those. We're just gonna buy a whole bunch of these. Or not. Manage skills. Anyone who's not going to the tower, I'm gonna be taking all their stuff. And Nighthill's actually gonna be pretty good to have around. What you're going with? The only Lagoos in the tower are dragons, so keep that in mind. Not taking Gifka. Not taking you. These two are forced. Want that on you. Take an adept. Revise. And a cancel. We'll take a smite here. Speed. Dump 5 levels onto Kurthnaga. Gotta make 2 saves. I want to see something later. Oh no! Yoon, what is it? What's happening? This isn't good. These soldiers, we killed them already. They've been reborn in flesh, but not spirit. Brought back from the dead? A miracle of the goddess. It's blasphemy, you mean? How could the goddess violate the order? Or how could the goddess order violate the most fundamental rule of natural law? Philosophy later, everyone. They're about to attack. Are you alright? Those dead soldiers really got you, didn't they? We can't win. All we can do is kill the flesh. But she brings the flesh back. We need more time. There is no more time. Everyone else will be turned to stone and I'll be lonely forever. Here, there's nothing more I can do. I failed. Yoon, get a hold of yourself. Ouch, my ears. Why did you do... What was that for? You big bully? Who do you think I am? The goddess, Yoon, the goddess of chaos. The warm-hearted being whose courage and love gives us the will to go on. Ike, thank you. As things stand, we can't bring everyone into the tower. We'll need support to hold this position. But at the very least, how many are we going to need inside? There are much stronger forces inside of the tower, not to mention Ashira herself. We'll send our best 11. Oh, and the dragons will want the dragons too. And one of the Heron tribe. And the Empress, plus it wouldn't hurt to have Soth. Understood. If that's everyone, I'll gather them together. And once I get inside, you can leave the most of the fighting to me to Micaiah. Time for Micaiah's promotion. Something like this should work. Man, 25 speed. We're ready. Choose units. No. Alright, let's see. Got swords, bow, axes. I want... Where is he? I want Peleus. I guess we'll drop you, because I kind of want someone to use a lance here. Or... the best candidate's Oscar, but he hits like a wet noodle. Take him. I'm gonna have to actually... go with... swap up to that. Oliver stuff. Ah. We're gonna start the actual battle in the next part, I think. But until next time, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.